Traveler, it's you! Ready to join the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland crew? It's time, dear partner and Paimon, for us to turn our attention to the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland. As I mentioned, the park was started up by enthusiasts who brought in the Spina di Rosula to handle the planning, construction, and operations. Of course, enthusiasts aren't typically all-around experts. They usually stick to designing the event booths. We, for our part, handle long-term operations and develop standardized strategy guides for the different activities.
Long-term operations? Strategy? It all sounds so complicated. We spend most of our time adventuring and we barely have any experience running a stall. Do you think we can handle this?
That's more like it. You've seen it all before, haven't you, partner? I'd even go as far as to say you've shaped some of Tevat's biggest business ventures. Anyway, first things first. Let's get an overview of how the whole festival's gonna be run. As you can see, our Fantasyland's a bit like a sugar-free macaron right now. Several areas are still under construction. The Spina's only been able to hire a limited number of craftsmen. Besides, we don't have enough experience to handle multiple projects simultaneously. That's why I chose to adopt a time slot-based planning method, so we can focus on specific tasks during each designated period. Upgrading facilities, expanding the venue, hiring staff. All of this requires funds and time slots to accomplish. So, it's our job to allocate precious time slots in each business cycle to the most worthwhile tasks. As we attract more guests and earn money to add to our funds, we'll also be able to work more efficiently, which will allow us to divide each cycle into finer time slots, which will let us get more done.
So we'll be limited in the decisions we can make and tasks we can focus on within each time period. Which means we have to use our limited actions and Mora to earn even more Mora. Kinda like playing chess or cards then. Cooking up a strategy in advance is gonna be key. Paimon thinks she just about gets it. How do you feel about it, Traveler? Yep, come on, we can do this. You mentioned standardized strategy guides just now. Does that mean there are non-standard ways to take part too?
Of course. Film and entertainment mean different things to different people. And there's gonna be a wide range of exciting activities for people to try out. If we're not careful, some visitors might wander off and end up getting in trouble. And others might pick up dangerous props by mistake. To avoid confusion, we need to create a standardized strategy guide for each activity. Just think of it like a walkthrough.
Wow, if we're the first ones to test out the activities, who knows what surprises there could be waiting for us. But if we hit a tough spot, we'll just have to rely on our skills to carry us through.
Hopefully it goes without saying that I'd never put you in danger, partner. I carefully checked all the existing activities before you arrived, and I can assure you that they're all perfectly safe. I also wanted you to experience the activities before anyone else gets to. It'll be fun. Plus, we'd like to hear your thoughts and suggestions.
Oh, those are two things Navia is best at! Making people feel safe and having fun!
Great! Well, I can't wait to hear what you think. Your input is super important to us. All right, then. Let's start with eclectic escapades and put our first guide together. Both of you seem even more excited than before. Looks like your first trial run didn't disappoint.
Paimon hasn't actually watched that many films, but after trying it out, she might just be hooked! We should check out the film that it's based on!
Great job, Paimon. That's exactly what our enthusiast friends were hoping you'd say. They'd be beyond delighted to hear that visitors are curious about the films that inspired these attractions. Some have even been willing to contribute extra funds out of their own pockets. Where budgets have allowed, of course.
Out of their own pockets?
That's right. While the Spina di Rosula covers the cost of basic booth materials and rental fees, many fans have personally funded promotional materials and related merchandise. The cost of the booth itself isn't their main expense. Some of them have already started designing spin-off products inspired by film characters. Take our official mascot, Surintendant Chevalmoran, for instance. She won second place in the last most popular character poll for the comic film category, and was even dubbed the pinnacle of round, bouncy cuteness. Many people have expressed interest in designing cushions based on her image, using the highest quality fabrics and hiring the most skilled artisans to mass produce them. These cushions will officially go on sale at the next convention alongside lots of similar products. Don't worry. As Surintendant Chevalmoran's guardian and official image rights agent, Farina's already getting 60% of the sales revenue. After all, the fans are doing this voluntarily, not for profit, but to promote Surintendant Chevalmoran's adorable image. The more Mora ends up in Farina's purse, the better Surintendant Chevalmoran's meals will be. And who wouldn't be happy to hear that?
Oh, Paimon likes the sound of that! Everyone working hard for something they all love without worrying about profit!
Still, we can't just ignore Mora completely. Whether it's fan creations or official commercial projects, some level of financial balance is still necessary. The same logic applies to the Chevalmoran Film Fantasyland taken as a whole. Once we finish the standardized strategy guides, our attractions can officially be open to the public. But we can't take personal charge of the ticketing process. There's plenty of work to do at the various booths, and the park itself is a work in progress. We'll need to assign dedicated employees to maintain and manage each attraction. There's a recruitment section on the park's bulletin board. We've received many applications, and each candidate has their strengths. Our job is to match the best candidates to each attraction based on their overall performance. Once assigned, the staff will keep the attractions running, ensuring a continuous revenue stream.
Wait, so we've suddenly gone from being playtesters to heads of human resources? That's definitely a first for us. Just don't hold everyone up to your own standards, okay? You can't expect everyone else to be as capable as you. All right, time to review some resumes. Fingers crossed we'll get some exceptional candidates.
When reviewing resumes, pay attention to each applicant's area of expertise.
Looks like this particular employee is really getting into their role.
You're both doing great. You sound more like bosses than I do. In any case, with this, the Chevalmoran Film Fantasyland is now officially open. Running a theme park is a long-term project. You won't make much if you try and rush it. We're just about done with our current work setup, so let's take a short break and wait for this cycle's revenue report to come in. Well, this cycle of operation sure got us off to a good start. On to the next one. Well, the numbers might not look that impressive, but given that we're just getting the ball rolling, I'd say that wasn't a bad start. Building on this momentum, we must consider rolling out more unique business strategies during the next cycle. To draw in the crowds, I've invited one of Fontaine's very own celebrity chefs, my good friend Escoffier. She'll be performing right here in the Amusement Park's restaurant. On that note, let's go catch up with her.
So, is the restaurant part of our business strategy too? There are so many layers to this operation.
The restaurant is up to standard, and the waterside location will make for a unique dining experience. The beautiful scenic reflections in the water create a stunning backdrop, lifting diners' spirits and allowing them to truly savor their meals. Ingredients, check. Cooking utensils, check. Looks like we're ready to rumble.
Hey there, Escoffier!
Oh, my employers are here. The president of the Spina di Rasula, plus the famous traveler and Paimon. I must say, you seem a bit overqualified to be running a film-themed amusement park.
I'd say that if anyone here was overqualified, it would be the former head chef of the Hotel de Boer. Wherever you walk, the aroma of fine cuisine follows in your wake.
Let's get back to business. I'm guessing you want the traveler to help me decide the theme dish for each cycle, right?
This is the business strategy I mentioned earlier. Using Escoffier's top-tier dishes to attract more visitors to the park. But this isn't just about attracting visitors. Her culinary masterpieces will surely have other surprising effects. Just imagine, Paimon, if all you needed was a single ticket to enjoy all the attractions and taste all the legendary food. Wouldn't you be tempted?
Then Paimon come every single day!
Now, here's the twist. To get the most out of this strategy, the menu can't be made public. Based on research by a certain food branding consultant, many restaurants have started offering a special chef surprise dish. So give me some inspiration every few business cycles, and I'll decide on our next themed dish. Now then, give me your hand. A warm and energetic feel. Your hands are calloused from wielding your sword, but still quite delicate. When you grasp its hilt, it's like you're holding the bow of a violin. A sword, then. The theme this time shall be strength. All right, let's find out what strength looks like in gastronomical form. I've refined the sauce for these barbecue ribs. It's a richer flavor than the classic version, but not at all greasy. The mint extract in the seasoning leaves a refreshing aftertaste, perfect for indulging yourself after a fun-filled day. But if you ask me, I'd say the artisans need these more than the guests.
The artisans?
As I'm sure you've noticed, this park isn't quite finished. A serving of these barbecue ribs should help the artisans replenish their strength much more quickly. As their bosses, you have an obligation to provide meals for them. So why not invite them to dine here? Who knows, the morale boost might even improve their productivity.
Oh, if I recall correctly, you once served up some special fish and chips for the porters over at the Fleuve Centre. For several days after, the workers were all incredibly efficient. They'd finish 8 hours of work in just 5. And then, because they clocked out early, they'd come back completely refreshed the next day.
Then there's no time to lose. Go invite the artisans over while these ribs are still hot. I'll prepare some side dishes and desserts too.
That's a great idea! You really live up to your reputation, Escoffier! Looks like these themed dishes are gonna make a huge difference after all. We'll have to make sure we check in with you regularly. The artisans are pumped and ready to roll thanks to that themed dish.
And perfect timing, too. Let's take this chance to take the facilities of our eclectic escapades to the next level.
That unique aroma. I wonder how you'll inspire my cooking this time. I'd say it's quite similar to working at the tavern in the Fleuve Cendre. There's something special about seeing diners' faces light up when they taste your food. You don't get that working in the closed-off kitchen in a grand hotel. If something like this comes up again, just call me. Don't worry, we know each other. No commission fee needed. I won't take a single mora.
Now that everything's going smoothly, it's about time we upgraded our facilities.
We should be able to attract more customers by upgrading the stall, don't you think?
That's right. Based on my business experience with the Spina di Rosula, I've quantified the service value to help you intuitively understand how satisfied customers are with each stall. An attraction will reach its ideal revenue only when its service value meets customer expectations. As we improve and expand our facilities, expectations will also increase accordingly. When that happens, we can deploy more capable employees or invest funds in training to enhance our employees' skills. Whew, that should be everything. Looks like you've pretty much mastered how to run this park.
Huh? Have we really? Thinking about it, we have learned quite a lot, haven't we?
Oh, not at all. I wouldn't say I taught you much. Your intuition's been guiding the way mostly. I imagine long-term operations sounded like a scary prospect the first time I mentioned it, huh? But don't let that scare you. Just break things down into smaller steps and tackle them one at a time. Even if you're not a genius or naturally gifted, you'll get it done in the end.
Whoa, seeing your own progress has really got Paimon fired up! Actually, she's gonna jot your words of encouragement right down. From here on out, we'll be running the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland together. Let's make it a big success.
You've got this park off to a great start, partner. The ball's really starting to roll, huh? I can't wait to see how it'll all turn out. How exciting!
Whoa, is that our hero, the Traveler? And Paimon, too!
Oh, I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. Mrs. Coiffier already told me you were the big boss here. But when I saw you just now, I forgot myself for a moment.
Technically speaking, the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland doesn't even have a boss, does it? Isn't it the idea that everyone works together to make it as successful as possible, and then we all share the profits? But, wait a sec. Why are you here, Veressa?
Well, officially, I'm here to promote my brand. Not long ago, Mrs. Coiffier placed an order with me for her restaurant, as she often does. In her letter, she mentioned that showcasing my orchard's products at the festival would boost sales and help build my brand recognition. After talking it through with my parents, I decided to give it a shot. Now that I'm done with the restaurant's ingredient order, I plan to sell the rest of my fruit directly to guests to help quench their thirst, of course.
The thought of enjoying fresh fruit from Natland here in Fontaine does sound pretty appealing. But with this many customers, wouldn't it be exhausting to watch the stall all day?
Huh? Am I supposed to be watching the stall the whole time? There's an attraction over there called Movie Masterpieces, right? I heard some of the challenges are based on famous films. Some of those films have even been adapted into great comics. I'd love to go give it a try.
So, you're not doing any business at all?
Back in the Collective of Plenty, I'd just set up a sign with the fruit prices, place a weighing scale and a coin jar to one side, then let people pay on their own. When closing time came around, I'd wake up and check the accounts. Not a single mora's ever gone missing.
To be fair, that does sound nice. People in the Collective of Plenty are a law-abiding bunch. No one would even think about taking something without paying. Makes sense that tending your stall wouldn't take too much effort. Fontanian customers are no doubt trustworthy too, but let's just say they're not used to self-service shopping. Plus, if you just leave the stall unattended as a Natlanese merchant, people here might think you're gone for good.
In that case, I'd better start acting the part. But I'll need to buy some things in the city before I officially open for business. I promised to bring back some Fontanian clockwork mecha for Kochi Ansan. Oh, and I also wanted to try a few rounds of movie masterpieces. After that, I should be able to focus on my business without getting distracted.
We might not be locals, but we've explored Fontaine quite a bit. We know our way around pretty well.
In that case, give me a moment to get some extra fruit, a price list, and my coin jar set up. I get to go shopping with the Traveler! Nice. Hello, boss. I'm from the Collective of Plenty. You might recall receiving a letter from us requesting you to design some components.
Wait a sec. Why does Eonsan need clockwork mecha?
Nothing like that. Our coach just wants to fine-tune her gym equipment so people can target different muscle groups more easily. She mentioned something about a rowing machine to focus on back muscles, as well as a pec deck and a leg press machine. The parts that connect the ropes and weight plates wear out easily, but they need to be strong. So Coach Yan-san thought she'd give Fontanian Clockwork Mecha a try.
It all sounds so technical. When did fitness turn into some kind of complex engineering problem?
To be honest, I don't really get all the details either. But if it works out, I'll be sure to train according to her revised method. And if it doesn't, we can always stick to the good old methods. If you're interested, I can show you a few beginner exercises the next time you drop by our tribe. You'll be able to smash the records without even breaking a sweat. I know it.
Paimon will pass on that one. She'll be rooting for you from the sidelines, though.
You can always try the equipment we keep for little Saurians, Paimon. As long as you start out with the super lightweights, you'll be fine. Weight training's for everyone, you know. As long as you put in the effort and keep it, anyone can develop rock-solid muscles.
No!
All right, time to show off how fast I can run. I'm gonna go have a blast, then come back, calm down, and focus on running my fruit stall.
That's right. Last thing you'd want is to get too absorbed in having fun, then suddenly realize you're starving because you haven't eaten anything for hours. Funnily enough, Paimon can think of someone else with a bad habit of getting so into things that they forget to eat. No matter how busy you are, nothing's more important than staying well-fed, hydrated, and healthy.
No need to worry about me, guys. I do a lot of long-distance running, so I always make sure to bring some food and water with me. This time is no exception.
Woohoo! That was incredible!
How was it? Did you get through all the levels?
It was amazing! Not only did I get a super high score, but I also checked up on every homage to the original films, and even recreated several iconic scenes starring comic book superheroes. I'll focus on doing business this time round, but if there's ever another event like this, please let me know as early as possible. I want in!
Yep. You know what? We should let you design the levels. I'm sure all the fans will be thrilled.
That would be great! Anyway, back to business. time to focus on my fruit stall. I'm gonna make a name for my orchard and fontaine. Seeing how happy everyone is here, I can't help smiling myself. Would you like some fruit? Feel free to take some.
大事なお友達の姿を検出。会話モードオン。旅人パイモン、こんにちは。知り合いの監督が気晴らしにって私たちを誘ってくれたの。チャージするのにいいチャンス。私たちっていうと、あれ？リネは？お兄ちゃんが悪いの。お兄ちゃんは最近、その監督のスタイルを研究するために、全作品を見たの。全作品をか？すごいな。問題は、その監督はサイコホラーで有名な人で、永遠のトリックシーンが素晴らしくて、お兄ちゃんはテンション上がって3日も眠れなかったの。完全に昼夜逆転。リネってそんなにホラー映画が好きだったのか？マジックショーの時も役に入り込むタイプだから、永遠のキャラクターに共感しちゃったんだと思う。マジックにおける心理誘導も監督の永遠と共通点があるから、今もお兄ちゃんは撮影現場の宿屋にいる。寝てるか、永遠を研究してるか。結局、気晴らしに出かけたのは私一人だけ。なんだか、リネの知られざる一面を知っちゃったような気がするぞ。見たければお前だけで見ろ。おいらは嫌だぞ。私も同感。怖いシーンや後味の悪いストーリーなんて見たくない。永遠はやっぱりリラックスして見られるものがいい。綺麗なシーンとか、深く考えなくても理解できるストーリーとか。それならカラフルアドベンチャーとかリネットの趣味に合ってそうだぞ。行ってみないか？ありがとう。それ気になってた。でも自分で遊ぶより他の人が遊んでるとこを見る方が面白いかも。それの何が面白いんだ？まあいいや。興味があるのなら顧問をやってみないか？もっとたくさんのお客さんの反応が見られるぞ。その提案悪くない。永遠の撮影が始まるまでちょうど何日かあるし。でもまずはお兄ちゃんに元気になってもらわないと。あそこにのんびりガーデンっていうアトラクションがあるんだけど、のんびりできそうでお兄ちゃんの注意をそらすのにぴったり。ホラー永遠のことをお兄ちゃんの頭から追い出したいの。動物アシスタントが必要なマジックもあるから、これを機に修正を勉強してみるのも良さそう。おお、いい考えだな。リネがいればシュバルマラン永遠ランドの人気もまだまだ上がりそうだぞ。お兄ちゃん、ただいま。シュバルマラン永遠ランド、面白かった。動物もたくさんいたわ。ホラー映画に没頭してないで、もっといろんなものを見てみましょう。
それならよかった。でも今の僕の最優先事項はコンディションを整えて、マジックエイエイの撮影を無事終わらせることだ。動物アシスタントのことは一旦置いておくよ。もうちょっと寝かせて。ダメだ！目をつぶったらトリックのシーンが浮かんでくる。でも眠い。 眠れないけど起きるのも無理だ。
そうだぞリネ。気分転換したら変なことも考えずに済むぜ。
待って、旅人とパイモンもいたのかい？
二人は AA ランドの責任者だから、私もあるアトラクションの顧問になろうと思ってる。
それなら僕も行かないとね。二人の友達を応援するためにも。ちょっと待ってて、身だしなみを整えてくるから。
やっぱりお兄ちゃんにとって旅人の優先順位は最高レベル。お兄ちゃん、身支度にどれくらいかかるんだろう。いっそ会場で待ち合わせしない？
そうだな。リネが元気を出して AA ランドに来てくれるなら、オイラたちも来た甲斐があったぜ。
旅人、パイモン、招待ありがとう。ここで遊んで可愛い動物たちを見てると疲れが一気に吹っ飛んだよ。リネットもお気に入りのアシスタントを見つけたみたいだね。
ぷくぷく獣。フレミネもよくこの子たちと触れ合ってるし、ぴったりだと思う。リスはお利口さんでいい子だってお父様が言ってた。悪くない。
見たことのないキノコもいるみたいだな。引き取っても大丈夫かい？
多分ダメだ。そいつらは特別な訓練を受けたキノコなんだ。幻想生命体のアクション俳優みたいな感じっていうか。
わかった。じゃあ猫ちゃんを待ってる。
キノコンほど大きくてぷよぷよした猫なんか見たことあるか？
のんびりしてる動物たちを見てるのは確かにいい気分転換だな。他のアトラクションも悪くない。そうだ、動く舞台をテーマにした参加型マジックなんてどうだろう。撮影が終わったら早速準備してみよう。
お客さんが乗り物に乗ってる時の表情、最高。これからの公演でもお客さんのああいう顔が見たい。
こんにちは、旅人パイモンちゃん。シェイガウィン、シュバルマラン AA ランドへようこそ。どっちもよ。この前美容協会の交流会の時、ナビアさんから AA ランドの計画を聞いてずっと楽しみにしてたから。メロピデ要塞のみんなもこのテーマパークのことは知ってて、休暇を取って遊びに行きたいって言ってるのよ。えひひ、看護師長に褒められてやる気が湧いてきたぜ。うちは面白くて気軽に見れるパンテュールエイエーが好き。可愛い動物のキャラクターたちが不思議な冒険をするシリーズ作品があるんだけど、全部見てるのよ。メロピデ要塞では最近良い行いをした囚人は特別許可権を使って AA を毎週3回見れるって規定ができてね。専任スタッフがまだ配属されてないから、うちが暇な時に映写機の管理をしてるのよ。この間見たのは隣の島猫、それから有名な猫とネズミシリーズとか何百話もあってとても長いけど、みんな何度も繰り返し見るくらい気に入ってるのよ。でも AA が見られるってなれば、いつも騒がしいやつもちょっとはおとなしくしてくれそうだな。 AA ランドにも動物がテーマののんびりガーデンがあるぜ。一番落ち着くって評判なんだ。それなら行ったよ。すっごく楽しかった。見たこともない動物たちが一緒に暮らしてて、アニマルタウンって感じの雰囲気だった。お、シグウィンをのんびりガーデンの顧問として雇うのか？ 確かに理にかなってるな。シグウィンは人の世話するのが得意だし、親しみやすいし、動物の世話もきっとお手の物だろう。
顧問？
アイデアを出したり、効率のいい方法をスタッフに教えたりするんだ。仕事量は多くないけど、とても大事なんだ。でもほとんどの時間は動物たちと戯れてていいぞ。
気になる。ちょうど最近メロピデ要塞では急ぎの用事がないのよ。もっと早く知ってたらうちの方から履歴書を送ってたかもね。でも本当にここで働くなら医療スタッフを手配して医者の友人から本を借りて動物たちへのプレゼントも準備しなくちゃ。もしよかったら準備が整ってからマルコットポートで待ち合わせしない？
ヒヒッ、シグウィンが手伝ってくれるならのんびりガーデンも安心だぞ。売り上げが楽しみだぜ。
来たのね。動物に関する本を2箱分も用意してきたのよ。これでどんな問題があってもきっと解決策を見つけられる。
体調どころか、全部読んだら動物たちと意思疎通できるようになりそうだな。
待ってください、看護師長。やっと見つけました。実は3日分の食事を貯めて永遠に出てくる不思議なマウスフードを再現した囚人がいて、ひどい食中毒なんです。誰も見たことのない症状まで出ていて、看護師長、見ていただけませんか？
永遠を真に受けちゃダメだってあんなに念を押したのに。ここまで追いかけてくるなんてよほど深刻なのね。ごめんなさい。うちの荷物を永遠ランドまで運んでおいてもらえないかしら。君たちが来る前にのんびりガーデンで起こりうる状況についてアドバイスを書いておいたの。のんびりガーデンのスタッフさんに渡しておいて。すぐ役に立つと思うから。
看護師長って大変だな。病人の看病ならまだしも、自業自得のやつの面倒まで見なきゃいけないなんて。あ、そうだ、シグウィンに美味しいものを用意してやろうぜ。元気になってくれるといいな。
やっと解決した。旅人パイモンちゃん、ごめんね。結構複雑な症状が出てたから治療に時間がかかっちゃったの。
特製のお菓子もあるぜ。早く元気になってくれよな。
ありがとう。実を言うとそんなに疲れてるわけじゃないのよ。ただちょっと理解できないだけ。子供向けの永遠には絶対にこの内容はフィクションです、真似しないでくださいって注意書きがあるのに、どうして大人たちは真似しちゃうのかしら。
よく見てないか。するなと言われるとしたくなるって心理のせいかな。
深掘りすると終わりそうにない話題ね。また今度機会があれば公爵やヌビレットさんと話して防ぐ方法がないか聞いてみるよ。今はのんびりガーデンの運営に集中しましょう。遅れちゃったけど顧問の出番ね。たくさん食べてお利口さんね。みんないい子だからやんちゃしないで。一緒に楽しくすくすく育つのよ。
よ、旅人パイモン。こんなとこで会うなんて奇遇だな。
リシオ？おいらもここで会えるなんて思わなかったぞ。
今回は半々でな。この間 至高の猟銃の仲間たちとフォンテーヌのアドベンチャー永遠の撮影に参加したんだけどな。永遠の評判がなかなかのものだったから、このイベントの情報を耳にした監督は真っ先にあたしらを呼んでくれたんだ。観客のためにわざわざ永遠の背景セットまで再現したらしいぜ。
フォンテーヌ人にとっては確かに珍しい景色だもんな。
あたしか。あははは。残念ながら役に入り込みすぎて撮影スタジオをめちゃくちゃにしたから雑用係になっちまったんだ。
戦闘シーンはリアルであればあるほどパンチが力強いほどいいんじゃないのか？
撮影チームの予算が厳しくてな。それ以上リテイクしてたらスタジオが完全にダメになって破産してた。それに一番腕の立つ役者シャムシール使いのおっさんも私の相手にはならなかったしな。いや、その人は悪役でな。主人公の前でソードダンスをするんだ。いつもの展開だと2人はすごいアクションを繰り広げるんだが、主演のやつが一日忙しかったらしくてな。腹が減って急いで終わらせたいがためにアドリブで銃を使ってサクッと倒したんだ。監督は熟考の末にこのシーンを残したんだが、思いのほか反響が良くてな。シャムシール使いのおっさんも今や有名な AA スターだ。後でおっさんのサイン会があって私も手伝うことになってたけど、せっかくあんたらに会えたしいっそ休ませてもらうか。一緒に飲みに行かねえか？
いいのかよ。
もともとできたら行くって約束だったから連絡さえちゃんとすれば大丈夫だ。こんな異国で旅人やパイモンに会えるなんてすごいサプライズだしな。南東方向の海岸にザ・ラスティラダーって酒場があるって聞いた。そこで落ち合おうぜ。来たか。サンライズ・イン・ザ・フォグを注文しておいたぞ。バブルオレンジのジュースがベースでロマリタイムフラワーとサウマラタハスのエキスが入ってる。パイモンには雲の上のソムノロンス、有印炭素のミルクティーでフォームミルクとアイシングクリームが乗ってる。
どっちも美味しそうだぞ。初めて来たのに詳しいんだな。飲み物の名前ちんぷんかんぷんだったぞ。
あたしらの業界じゃ知らないものに慣れて新しい環境にさっさと溶け込まなきゃならないからな。テーワット各地の酒場にはそれぞれルールがあるが、バーテンダーとの会話には共通したテクニックがあるんだ。それはそうと、安定していつも通りの仕事が来る状態ってのは安心感も大きいけど長く続けると飽きてくる。でもあんたらと一緒にいる時はいつも予想外のことが起こる。ワクワクするしやる気が湧いてくるぜ。最近何か面白いことはなかったのか？教えてくれよ。
どこから話せばいいんだろうな。よく考えてみると大変なことばっかり起きてたよな。
ほうあんたらの依頼はすごいもんばっかだな。傭兵なら一仕事で商人の半年分の収入が手に入ってたぜ。なあ、あんたも傭兵として依頼を受けてみねえか？至高の領袖はたまにとんでもねえ依頼を受けることがあるんだ。あんたがいたら他の奴らに任せる必要もない。
オイラたちも傭兵になれるのか？
別にいいじゃねえか。あんたはモンドの栄誉騎士でもあるんだろ。身分が増えればチャンスも増える。好都合じゃねえか。それにあんたらほどの実力があればどんな任務が来たって困らないだろ。受けたければ受けりゃいいし、 嫌なら好きに断ればいいさ。
確かに一理あるな。よく考えたら冒険者の依頼とあんまり変わらないし、もしかしたらみんなの役に立ててモラがたくさん稼げる仕事があるかもしれないぞ。デシアの知り合いのエルマイト旅団とも仲良くなれるしな。
よし、それじゃあみんなと話して報酬のいい綺麗な仕事を紹介してやるよ。詳しい担当エリアも決めないとな。帰ったら話をつけてくるぜ。旅人パイモン、いい知らせだぞ。思考の猟銃のみんなは私の提案に同意してくれた。列中砂原より西、先人の砂漠より北、アルダラビカ国より東、アシャバンレルムより南にある依頼は全部任せるってさ。最近はあんまりねえけど、経験上毎年数件は悪くないのがあるはずだ。報酬もかなり美味しい。大きなリスクを伴うが、完全武装した傭兵小隊がいればクリアできる程度のもんだ。あんたにはちょうどいいんじゃないか。これくらいの難易度がなきゃ存分に体を動かせないだろ。
あっという間に話をまとめるなんて仕事が早いな。これでオイラたちも思考の猟銃の仲間入りだぜ。新米の傭兵になったからには二つ名がいるな。
他国で活動するときは思考の猟銃の宣伝を忘れないでくれよ。あんたらが協力してくれりゃ商売もどんどん大きくなる。とにかく良さそうな仕事があったら各地の冒険者協会に手紙を送るから忘れずに受け取ってくれ。
わかったぞ。
こうやってのんびりできるのは久しぶりだな。フォンテーヌの空気って乾燥してないんだな。ポカポカで、寝ちまいそうだ。
Why, hello there, traveler, Paimon. I sensed your enthusiasm from a mile off. You were so bright, I could have taken you for an opera singer in full falsetto.
Farina, you're finally here!
Thank you. I am just as thrilled to be here as you are to have me. More seriously, I'm not the star this time. That's you two, alongside all the creators sharing their passion for film with the world. Honestly, when I was first asked to approve the plans, I thought this would just be a small event. I never imagined that the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland would expand to this scale so quickly.
Yeah, thinking back to when we first arrived, it really has all come together in no time.
At this rate, who knows? Someday it could become as iconic as the Fontanalia Film Festival itself. And we have the two of you to credit for much of that. I've suggested to several renowned directors that we award you the title Pioneers of the Film Industry. In contrast to the Farina Award, which is more of a public honor, this title is a mark of true recognition from within the industry itself, a reflection of both outstanding achievement and hard work.
Wow, even you're getting serious now.
Come now, no need for any of that. Just relax and enjoy the moment. Speaking of which, I've actually been preparing a little survey. How about we randomly select some visitors to give us feedback about the park?
Did Paimon hear that right? Farina carrying out a customer satisfaction survey?
Well, given that it bears the name of my dear friend Surintendant Cheval Moran, isn't it only natural that I conduct a bit of research on her behalf? Besides, the more famous a star becomes, the more important it is to stay in touch with reality, no? Plus, it's amazing how much you learn just by listening to other people's take on films.
Paimon always assumed celebrities just get their assistants to handle everything for them. But it sounds like it's actually pretty hard work. Then again, maybe Farina's just an outlier.
There we are, all set to go. Now, let's take a stroll nearby and randomly pick out some visitors to ask a few key questions.
These suggestions are surprisingly detailed. Choosing film prototypes, recreating the scene cutting process, budget management for costumes, makeup, and set design? Oh, Paimon's head is spinning. Why is everyone so professional? Also, nearly every single person we spoke to said they wanted to see Lady Farina perform. Your popularity is off the charts!
To tell you the truth, I've no plans to perform this time around. Any star worth their salt knows their role. When I take center stage, all the spotlights are on me, and rightly so. But as a guest, I should step back and let others shine. So instead of performing myself, I'd prefer to support you from behind the scenes. Perhaps as a consultant for one of your attractions, for instance?
Hey, that's right! Movie Masterpieces is all about film expertise. There really would be no better candidate than you!
Oh, wonderful! Then I shall give this role my very heart and soul. Once I've had a moment to prepare, we can meet up for a slice of gâteau from my pâtissière suprême before we get started. Simply exquisite. As amazing as ever. Escoffier, have you ever considered starring in your own film? I can see it now. Val's en cuisine. A riveting tale about the art of extreme cooking. I'm sure it would be a hit.
As it happens, I'm already doing something similar. A brand consultant has been filming my training sessions with students and incorporating them into films about Fontanian cuisine.
Oh, no. No. A documentary won't do. I'm talking about something with a bit more drama. Your experiences as a chef could be turned into a scintillating story. In fact, I'll even write it myself.
Before you finalize it, please let me review the culinary terms, especially when it comes to how ingredients are handled, the timings and the quantities.
Great! It's settled then. And actually, I think I'd like to bring in the Traveler and Paimon as directors. Something tells me that the three of you working together would really get the creative sparks flying. We could create something truly magical here.
No problem! That said, now that we've been granted Director Farina's approval, we'll really have to step up our game.
Excellent! I believe in you both. The gâteau was sublime as ever, Escoffier. Now, about time we got to work. I'll start drafting the script on the side while serving as the consultant for movie masterpieces. Wish me luck! A truly great adaptation must capture a film's core themes and seek to convey the inspiration that lies behind them. The three attractions are certainly all up to par, and I trust that you'll be able to make them better still.
To enhance our film's aesthetic, I'd recommend a few classics for you to familiarize yourself with. Or, if you have the time, maybe we could watch them together? Now that things have reached this point, we should add
A pinch of salt?
a dash of pepper, actually.
Brilliant.
Huh? You two aren't talking about a new dessert menu by any chance, are you?
Not desserts.
No, we're talking about the script. Oh, my dear partner, photographer, rookie director. Our creativity must keep up with the overflowing enthusiasm of our fans. There's no room for dull scripts on my stage. Plot twists should strike the audience like a cloud of pepper, leaving them sneezing in surprise. Achoo!
The same logic applies in catering. I once heard Miss Emily mention that pepper could be used in perfumes. Perhaps I could find a way to make it work in desserts too.
A peppery kick to complement the delicate sweetness of cream, perhaps.
Wow, the two of them seem to be working together so well. Paimon's struggling to imagine what a pepper cake would taste like, though.
Well, well, what do we have here? Escoffier's making a new cake? Oh, how exciting! When it's ready, do let me know. I'd love to try it.
Is it just Paimon, or does it seem like everyone's even more enthusiastic now that they've finished their work?
Why shouldn't they be? When your hard work pays off, that's when you should celebrate. It's like a batch of fresh macarons. You should never let fear of sweetness stop you from adding all the filling you please. After all, if there's ever a time to pile on the sugar, it's when you're making macarons.
Pile on the sugar!
Pile on the sugar!
And why are we piling on the sugar?
Lapine Pauline, you're here! Is it ready?
Of course! It all went according to plan.
Huh? Were you off on some kind of important task?
I was indeed. Please accept this.
Oh, wow! It's a panoramic view of the amusement park with everyone's illustrations on it!
Since the film Fantasyland has been such a success, we decided to create a unique souvenir to remember it by. We built this park together brick by brick, so we decided we'd all contribute to drawing this map together too.
To be fair, it was mostly thanks to Miss Lapine Pauline. She's our expert when it comes to drawing after all. But we all did our best to leave our own marks too.
That's right! And on top of that, traveler, I'm offering you a most special privilege. You get to add a mustache to my portrait! Cream flavored, huh? Very traditional, but also very delicious. You have my approval.
All right then. Now that you're the proud owner of this commemorative map, you can draw as many different flavored mustaches on it as you like.
Sounds like a pretty tasty map. We'll look after it well.
Great! Your satisfaction is our #1 priority. Everything's all in order. Now it's time to relax. Forget about work and just enjoy the park.